What's up? How you guys doing? What's up, Legos? What's up, Emily? Hey, Aya. Hey, Lou. Yo, what's up, Alvin? What's up, Azir? Hey, Killa. Hey, Mariah. We are back. Hey, Tatiana. Always vibing. What's up, Rachel? Hey, Lucas. Hey, Cecilia. Missed all you guys. What's up, Janisha? What's up, Spirit Wolf? Got back from Bali about like 5 days ago. Got everything refreshed, and now we're back into the old grind. Hey, Catherine. Hey, Caroline. Killer B. So you have the two options where you can either go ahead and super chat for guaranteed reading, or you can go ahead and during the free time frames where I do the 30-minute intervals, you can see if you're organically picked. Choice is yours. First time here? Awesome. Great to have you here. What's up, Margot? What's up, Rachel? Oh yeah, the trip was phenomenal. It deeply changed my life forever. Just the level of appreciation, honesty, care that the people overall in Bali have. Like, of course, I love the activities, seeing the world, you know, seeing how they live, but it was mainly the people, to be honest. Like, gave me another form of faith that I needed to be reminded of. Alrighty, guys. So here is our breakdown for the live. We're going to be here for about an hour and 30 minutes. You have three options. Number one, the free. If you are somebody that is here to get organically picked for a free reading, I'm going to need you to follow three things for me. I need you to put your name, I need you to put your zodiac, and then I need you to put like a yes/no question. So an example would be, yo, is this person a soulmate? Is spirit guiding me to take this new career opportunity? Those are the eligible questions. The second option you guys got is the super chatting feature. So super chatting is where you choose to tip a creator a certain amount of money. What I do, I promise an energy exchange. If you tip this amount of money, this is what I'm promising in cards pulled and minutes I put into your reading. The super chatting feature starts at $1 and goes up from there. If you're interested in seeing the breakdown of that, click on the screen and you're going to see the description of your live pop up. And the little breakdown I have is in there for that. Lastly, but definitely not leastly, if you are a member of the membership team, you get prioritized readings. You can ask more than one question, and you're allowed to ask for general pulls alongside yes/no questions. But what we're going to do is we're going to let that first group of super chatters form, and we're going to start with 30 minutes of free people. Now, I do remember, actually, I looked back on my list. There was one person from last time, and their name is 𝗧𝗧𝗥𝗢𝗧, and they wanted a general reading. I, to be quite frank, don't remember Joseph. I don't think I did this one. So I'm going to, even if I did, I'm going to go ahead and do it again because I feel like called to do it. So we're going to start with 𝗧𝗧𝗥𝗢𝗧. We're going to let the 30 minutes of people formulate, and then we'll get into the first group of super chatters. Okay? All right. Let's see. So 𝗧𝗧𝗥𝗢𝗧, you were wanting a general pull. Let's see what we got for you. So currently right now you've been waiting for a response. This could be a love reading. This could be a career reading. But Spirit's promoting that you've had like a lot of patience being at peace with fate. And even though it's not yet right happening, you're on the right track. I think this is a love reading. It's a feminine. you are wondering if you check off all their boxes, if you're doing things right. Because 1 second, I feel your connection's really going forward, but then out of nowhere, they're pulling back. Look, you are definitely checking off all their boxes, but they're also intimidated. You're a very self-assured person, is what I'm hearing. And some of the stuff that you can do, go with me here, okay? Some of the stuff you can do can come off as love bombing. But in reality, it's just what I'm seeing. The masculine in front of me is a very self-assured person. They don't realize you don't do you don't do this. What I'm hearing is you're changing up patterns. You're making this person more of a priority, like very fast in their in each other's life. Spirit wants you to stay focused, okay? Even though you haven't been able to get to that next step yet, it doesn't mean it's not happening. You're focused. You just gotta let a little more room formulate. Try not to be so in control of the pace of this, okay? But you're doing phenomenal. Like, there is more to this relationship. All right. Perfect. So now we are set with new energy. Let's formulate the first group of super chatters. There it is. All right, so today we're going to be starting off with 𝗧𝗦𝗘𝗥𝗢𝗧. Got you. Number 2 will be Lucas. What's up, homie? Number 3, that's going to be Elena. Okay, perfect. Thank you. All right, so now 30 minutes of free people starting now. We will... It's currently 9:02 p.m. my time, so at 9:32 p.m. will be the cutoff for the first group of super chatters, all right? Yes, no question, zodiac, and your name. Let's do this. Margot, will Sean reach out to you, or has he moved on? Is Margot, is Sean going to reach out to you? Okay, so I can definitely hear, I can hear that this isn't the first time. This person needs to get their life a little more scheduled, edged together. I do see there's more trips, there's more events, there's more opportunities and memories you're making together. Look, right now it may feel like this connection is being brushed under the rug, but it's actually not. I'm seeing this person, they want to make sure that they only deep dive into this relationship, this dynamic with you when they really are ready. And even how much you would both love to feel that you're completely ready right now, you're not. One of you is not. And so what Spirit wants you to do is let go, but not give up on the connection. Okay? I see you're a very determined individual. Your eye doesn't get just caught to anybody. You're not making this up. It's just going to take a little more resilience. All right, Lonnie, you're a Gemini. Are you supposed to keep riding the breeze towards your person of interest? Are you supposed to continue to go with the flow? Okay, some cards just fell to the ground. That's very important when that happens. Let's see. It was... Oops, sorry. Some of them fell underneath my freaking... Something's being kept under the rug with you, because literally one of these cards fell under the rug. What is being kept under the rug from you? Resilience. This person loves your resilience, actually. There's things that you're doing that your like intuition is going like you're going full force. You're listening to your intuition, but then because the ego, the return from whoever this person is, isn't the way the ego wants it to be registered, it's instantly I'm sorry, let me word that in a way where it's not as confusing. You're following your intuition on saying certain leaps of faith, actions, gestures, communication, but then it's the ego is not seeing the way the other person's responding, the way that they think it's going to happen. So it instantly is registering as, oh, you were stupid. No, you weren't following your intuition. That was impulse. And you go back and forth in your head because, like, well, why in this moment does it feel so much like intuition, but then the outcome is not what I expected? Because you're not supposed to know the outcome. You're supposed to know the leap of faith. They actually love the resilience. They love that even though it's intense what you say, that you mean it. They're not wanting to proceed forward in a relationship yet, but that does not mean in the future they don't see it. Right now, you gotta, what I'm being called to tell you is to not pull back your energy, but you may want to lower the intensity of emotions of what you're sending. You guys are still very much in the beginning phases of this dynamic. You put good time into it. There's still green flags. But allow this person to pursue you a little bit more is what I'm hearing. Never making somebody chase, but you're deserving of resilience as well. And this relationship's supposed to be a tango partner. You're not going to repeat the cycles you did with other connections. So it's a reflection. It's a dance. What's up, Janisha? Thank you for being a member. You would like to know, will you get communication from 𝗟𝗔𝗥𝗢𝗧 in 2025? They're a Cancer. She's going to get resolution in 2025. So they're telling me it's going to be really towards the end of 2025. They're protecting the timeline still of these two being reunited in 2025. But I'm not seeing, like, I'm seeing, like, December. I'm seeing, like, even towards, like, the end of December. It's going to be right at that line between 2025 and 2026. Marie or Leo, did James make it there okay? Did James make it there okay? Okay, that card fell to the ground. Come on, dude. Okay. All right, so I'm seeing this person, though, there's still road work happening. They're on their way there. It's taking a little longer than expected, but they are on their way there. Okay, it does look like it's going to be right. If you're just having a moment where you're like, oh, I haven't received a text as soon as I thought I was going to, or a call, or etc., there seems to be just a little bump on the road, but it's going to make a lot of sense once they're able to reach out to you. They're safe. Roxanne, thank you for being a member. You're a Virgo, and you'd like to know, are you making the right decisions in healing your friendship? Yeah, you're not burning the person out. You're allowing both of you to see, if we want to go forward, it's about ending the whole dynamic of how we used to be as friends. We're not those people anymore. It doesn't matter what we promised, what we said. We're different people now. So what I'm hearing is keep this pace. It's like you're getting to know the friend again. But there are green lights. This is a friend where you separate for further growth. Both of you went through a period where you were very good for each other, then turned very bad for each other. But it's been a couple of years. A couple of years since both of you have gone through some drastic life experiences. But this friendship is something that's meant to rise. Let it lift gradually still. You don't want to go full force into seeing each other every day. I'm hearing it got to the point when you were a lot younger where it could have been like, even though there was never like a romantic thing between you two, it was like the energy of being in a relationship with somebody. Like you felt owed to this person. They felt owed to you. And there could have actually been a form of codependency in a way that you two actually formulated together when you were younger. But it looks like that's gone. It looks like this is a whole new dynamic. It's not yet right to go full force into being like best friends, but keep the track. All right, Jerry, you're an Aquarius. You would like to know, is Ben going to be able to come home in July or August? So I do see this person, whatever's going on, they're very isolated. They're very much in their own head and having to figure things out. They even could be surrounded by a lot of people, but it's like there's nobody they're actually talking to. August, it seems like something's cut off. An end. Where you don't have to go backwards in August. They want you to know he's coming back a different person. There's a different determination to do things right, is what I'm hearing. Nothing's perfect. There's still more time needed. There's a few other lessons he's going to learn wherever he is, but there is something very promising in August. All right. Rachel, you're a Capricorn, and you would like to know, are your past loved ones guiding this love connection? Are your past loved ones guiding this love connection? It's not, go with me here, okay? It's not that they're not the ones mainly talking to you, not past loved ones. This is ancestors. Like, yes, our ancestors are our past loved ones, but if you're talking about specifically like humans in this lifetime, your past loved ones that you remember their existence, their name in this lifetime, that is not the ones that are at front face center right now. They're here. It's not that they're gone. But your ancestors, like what I'm hearing is like shamans, etc., in your bloodline are the ones that are actually saying that there's something more with this. They're the ones guiding this connection. Because here's the thing. This isn't just promoting your highest timeline, their highest timeline. This is a collective thing. This is one of those connections that leads to a domino effect. Your happiness, your wish fulfillment, causes a ripple effect in this existence. People of higher authority want you to think you're this big and that your happiness means nothing. When in reality, it means everything. Everything. Long story short, this is a connection that gives hope, faith, guidance to others to not give up on divine connections. I see this is something that Spirit is stating. Don't wash away in 2025 either. Meaning don't let this year continue to wash away where you guys are just staying in this limbo. There's been enough purification. This next part of your healing is together. All right. Newan, can you change it to a yes/no question, please? Emily, can you change your question as well? Alicia, can you also change your question as well? If you guys need to have a remembrance on what is and isn't allowed to be asked, if you go into the YouTube description, you scroll all the way down, it's going to tell you right there what you can't ask. All right, Vicki, you're a Sagittarius. Are you wrong to love this man from Korea? Are you wrong to love this man from Korea? You're not wrong to love him. And they are letting me know, though, that it seems like this is somebody that's part of your journey, not a destination. You met each other at a time when you're both, I'm hearing he washed into your life at a time when you're really recovering. So that's why you have this deep hesitation about him. Is he like really assured of you? Because here's the thing. At first, I felt yes, that this is something that's meant more for you. Then once I started diving into the way you feel specifically versus just the intuition of the situation, started seeing doubts going back and forth. Man, this person came in at a time in my life where I'm really hurt and I don't feel ready. You may not be ready for a relationship, but that doesn't mean you're not ready to heal with somebody else. Okay? This is not a coincidence that this person came in during this recovery time for you. They're not part of an old story. They're not part of a book you've already read. They're part of one you're writing right now. And they're not telling you to block this connection. Look, you need more time before you meet up. That makes sense. It's not yet time for you two to meet up, but it is time for you to deep dive further into the spiritual connection and communication with each other. 15 more minutes before the first cut for Super Chatters, guys. 15 more minutes. Hey, Newan, you're a Libra, and you would like to know, will you and Dimple reunite? Will you and Dimple reunite? Yeah, it's going to take more time. Spirit wants me to let you know. Right now, you could be focusing more on this connection than your own personal health. Okay? Remember, I'm always here for you. It just looks like this may be taking so much time that it's eating so far into you that it's affecting your work or the way that you're sleeping. You may want to try some more mindfulness training or finding productive ways of thinking about this versus like, oh, I'm waiting. See it as if you're not together yet. If you're in a separation, that means there's something else for you to focus on to grow. At this time, Spirit wants you to stay on course. Know you're reading the right book. You are seeing the correct characters, but there are still some other side quests that have to be done before you're ready to be together. Let me change this song. I don't like it. New song. All right. Right. Hey, Heather, can you go ahead and change your question to a yes, no? Okay. Tracy from Texas, what's up? You're a Gemini? And you're wanting to know if you and this connection will change the world. Are you and this connection going to change the world? Yeah, this is one of those connections that speaks up and loud and proudly, authentically. You're going to move mountains. This is one of those connections that brings resilience. I don't know how long you've been here, but just a couple of people before, we were talking about how that connection was also one of a domino effect. This is one of those divine connections that gives hope, faith, peace, reassurance to others that this type of love is real. That, yes, you can have your realistic fairy tale. It may not be Cinderella, but it will be Shrek. That's the type of vibe I like to tell people. You can have your realistic person that checks off all those boxes, but you still got your quirks, you still got your authenticity, you still got your road bumps with that. Okay? Absolutely, you and this connection are changing the world. Nancy, you're a Pisces. You would like to know, should you fight for the connection that you are in? Should you fight for the connection that you are in? Wow. Okay, so you're in a motivating time. I need to make sure it's not just that, though. Okay. You're right that this connection is more. We must remember the balance, though. I'm hearing that you've put just enough pressure. We need pressure in life to move, but if it's too much, then it explodes and it pops and it breaks. They're guiding you right now to pull back a bit, not ghost, not in a malevolent way or another word I'm trying to say, resentful. Not a resentful way, like, oh, you know what, you're not talking to me as much, I'm gonna pull back. No, read the signs that Spirit's saying, hey, You put pressure on the pedal. But now there's other cars, there's other energies, there's other things that are in their life, in your life. And if you just keep accelerating, you're going to hit the other cars. You're going to hit the buildings. We need you to go back more into a steady pace with this person. It's not about fighting for the connection. Okay, it is about faith, though. And here's the thing. You know, if somebody is worth it, truly, no matter if they're an avoidant person or not, they're going to give you glimpses and moments of reassurance that this is something that they're actively aware of, they're working through. And it's not just a subtle, like, oh, I still like you. No, it's conversations, it's words. It's, look, this is really intense for me. I'm scared, but I don't want to lose you. That type of energy, okay? So allow yourself to expect the unexpected still with this connection, that when you really allow yourself to just not pull back in a way of cockiness or, like we said, resentment, pull back in a way of balance, actually how this excels your connection even more. Simple Chaos, your name's Mason. You're a Sagittarius and you would like to know, will your recent manifestations help you? Are your recent manifestations going to be able to help you? Yeah, absolutely. You manifested to have more confidence, didn't you? Or at least confidence in a specific situation. Protecting your bloodline, protecting your timeline, protecting your divine love, and more. Absolutely. Your recent manifestations, they're not stopping, they're not hindering, they're accelerating. That parasite, that part of you that wants you to feed in fear and negativity, will try to stop you. Remember, the devil works in mysterious ways. When you're doing God's work, no matter how that word resonates for you, God can mean source, it can mean the Christian God, it can mean Allah, it can mean so many different things. All that matters is using that source for the right reasons. Humans just decided to match a vibration to what that actually internally means, okay? What I'm hearing for you, God has this divinely orchestrated plan. All you need to do is continue to move forward together. Rest assured, it's already yours. Terra, you're an Aquarius. You'd like to know, does Josh truly love you? And are you going to be together soon? All right, look, Josh loves you, but he's not ready to voice something like that. And I feel his energy. I can feel like this type of guy. He's very much, he's learning how to make sure that his presentation doesn't overspeak his words. He has a lot of care. He has a lot of heart. He's a great guy. It just seems like he's a little too, not even a little too blunt, just like does not think about the way his presentation can come off. This is something he's learning. Okay, this person does love you. They're not ready to say it. I do see spirit showing resilience. I do see them. It just made me catch that. Don't shoo away. Don't shy away from a friendship first. You're not, okay, I see, and I'm being able to move forward. You're not going to get stuck in the friend zone. If you're worried about, if we continue this and we're not making more of a romantic gesture or progression, that means I'm going to get friend zoned. Friend zoning only happens for people where there's never a divine connection to begin with. You can be best friends with somebody that is your divine for 5 years, and then when Spirit's ready for you two to know it, this is just an example, okay? When Spirit's ready for you two to know it, out of nowhere, one day you wake up and you don't see that best friend the same way at all anymore. If something is friend zoned, it's not meant for you. That's my universal truth and the things Spirit has shown me. Okay? So don't worry about being put in the friend zone with this. worried about just getting to know each other still. Five more minutes until we start the first group of super chatters. All right. Let's see. Ashley, you're a Scorpio. You want to know, is this partner going to move forward to you? Is this partner going to move forward to you? So this isn't the first round. You guys have talked before. I do see currently they're not ready to invest, but this is happening in the future. October. Okay, you're one of the first confirmations of the October collective I've received. I don't know if you've watched any of my recent YouTube, or I'm sorry, if you have watched any of my recent TikTok videos, but it hasn't been posted on YouTube yet. On TikTok earlier today, I posted a reading that talks about a divine love that's accelerating in October. If you have a TikTok, I would recommend going and watching that one. It will be posted on YouTube in probably next week. So if it really is something that's resonating to you, I would say just go ahead to my TikTok and watch the newest one I have up right now. But October is going to be something that excels for you too. Right. Let's see. Sarah, you like to know if you and Q have a future together. Do you and Q have a future together? They're in the press conference right now. It's the final round. You can't give up, even though this is the hardest time. Motivation comes and goes, but the consistency stays. Yes, you're going to have a future together. And the thing is, I see that you're one of those October collective people as well. October is going to be exciting. December is going to be very passionate. I think this is the most romantic Christmas you're ever to have in your life. No matter if you celebrate it or not, they're telling me that time frame. No matter if you celebrate Christmas or not, that time frame of December, etc., is going to be one of the most romantic parts of your life. And it's going to ramp up fast. I'm hearing the beginning of 2025, love has not been the easiest for you. But rest assured, they're making it all worth it. Your angels are protecting a divine connection. Emily Rose, you're an Aries. You'd like to know, will you and Chatty, are you guys going to be together soon? You guys are going to be together soon. So it's not the first round. Bobbing and weaving, a lot of harm right now. Trusting instincts. Not in a bad way, though. If they were to do it now, it would be too fast. All right. One more card for you. Currently, there's no set timeline for you two being together. It's not a bad thing. Okay, what this is showing me is there's a lot of progression that needs to be had before 2026. Currently, at this moment, Shandi is bobbing and weaving a lot of inner paranoia, and I'm hearing external imprisonment. So she or they feel entrapped in a home environment. And they're feeling like until they can get out of this, whatever this is, it's like they can't even dive into personal life. They can't dive into a personal connection, no matter what they want to do or not. Okay. There is still much resilience in your connection. There is not giving up. Not enough left path, right path choices have been shown for a definitive timeline of being together, but they are encouraging you to know that this is still supposed to excel in 2025. You may need to tell them. You may need to be like, yo, I don't give a... okay, let me say it in a way that's not as intense. I don't care what baggage you think comes with you. I don't think you understand the things I've been through in my life, and I know what I can and can't handle, and I know when somebody or something is worth it, and you are. I will bob and weave through these hurdles with you. I'm not going to chase you, but let me tell you something. I am not a chaser, but I sure as hell will use all my fucking strength to pull you up out of that well if you put your hand up for me. This is a strong connection. All right. We're gonna now we're gonna start the first group of super chatters. Let's go ahead and get that list started. Got that done. All right. Scroll back up. Number 4, and I will list out the order again after I have everybody written. So number 4 is Tatiana. All right. Number 5 is Jennifer. And I see you got 2 questions. Got you. Mark you down for 2 questions, Jennifer. All right. Free Spirit Wolf. Got you on the list. Flip the page. That was number 6. So now we're on 7. Chantel, you're number 7. Alvin, thank you for joining the membership. We'll get you that general love. Number 9. See Justine, what's up, homie? Good to see you. All right. You're going to be number 9. Okay. Then number 10, that's Mickey. Roxanne, got you. You're number 11. Hey, and that's such a synchronization. You picked 11, and then you're number 11. So 11 is a big angel number for you. All right. So that's going to be it for the first group of super chatters. You guys are still more than welcome to super chat to be put into the second group. I think I'm going to cut off the second group in about 30 minutes. Okay? So 30 more minutes for to have your reading guaranteed in this live stream. Anybody that goes ahead after 10:30, no, that's an hour. It's a whole hour. Anybody after 10 p.m. Eastern time that gives a super chat is going to be guaranteed on the next live stream, okay? But let's go ahead and read all of the super chatters and your numbers. Listen out for your name. Number 1 is 𝗧𝗓𝗢𝗧. Number 2 is Lucas. Number 3 is Elena. Number 4 is Tatiana. Number 5 is Jennifer. Number 6 is Free Spirit Wolf. Number 7 is Chantel. Number 8 is Alvin. Number 9 is Justine. Number 10 is Mickey. And lastly, but not leastly, number 11, Roxanne. All right. Scroll back up. Light another incense as well. Where are they? I think I left them on my table. Where are they? Yep, right here. Also, guys, I will have an after stream tonight on Twitch at UncleBronze Official. That is linked in my social media bios. If you just go over there after, if you want to join us, I do give away a free reading. And basically, my after streams, what they consist of is me like playing video games with the followers who like video games and to watch, etc. That's every single Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday at nighttime. But again, I also do just give away a free reading. So if you don't get your reading today organically picked, you still have a chance by joining us over on Twitch. We'll talk more about it, though, towards the end of the stream. All right. 𝗧𝗓𝗢𝗧. You're a Cancer, and you're feeling stuck. Why? Why is 𝗧𝗓𝗢𝗧 feeling stuck? Why is 𝗧𝗓𝗢𝗧 feeling stuck? You're feeling stuck because there's a conversation, or there's something you're waiting to be responded with, and you have no control over when this happens. You are in the state of peace with fate. The thing is, you're a master manifester, my friend. So you can make things happen very fast for yourself. Certain things you do have the ability to excel the timeline, but this is one of those things that you don't, is what they're telling me. One of these things that it's like, this person, this situation, if it resonates for you, they're meant to help you trust the cloudy times. It's easy to follow straight when it's clear skies, right? They're making you remind yourself of the path that you've already gone. You've lived here, okay? You've lived here many lifetimes. Whoever is connected to you, both of you have been connected for a very long time, but it feels like it's been many lifetimes since you both lived. Go with me here, okay? It's been many lifetimes since you both actually lived on the same planet. We can have divines. We can have soul ties where you're going to be connected in every lifetime, but that mission of that lifetime may be on two different sides of the world, or even in two literal different galaxies. But your telepathic connection, that Wi-Fi signal you guys have, is always connected. This is a lifetime where I'm hearing you've walked Earth more than them. It's not that either of you is older than the other, because the fact that you are divines, etc., connected, shows that you were created at the same moment. But you were like, hey, we're here. We're going to dip out for a while, though. We got other plans. We got other things we got to do. We're going to have a lifetime where we can come together. And it feels that in this lifetime, you're almost like a guide for them. You feel more comfortable, even though you know you're not from Earth. You feel very like, it's like, I've just walked. I've done this so many times. I know this place. I know this place. Even if it's a place you've never been to before. And whoever this other individual is, what I'm hearing is they're much more of like a homebody. You are an introverted extrovert. Or even, honestly, I think they want me to tell you, yeah, throughout time, you've actually relearned this as well, that you're actually more of an extrovert who embraces being an introvert. You thrive in public spaces. You thrive in high vibrational spaces. But just as powerful that is if you're surrounded by a lot of people that don't have pure intentions, that drains you. So it's not that you've always been a person that's like, oh, I need to be alone. You're a person that deeply needs to make sure that the individuals that have access to your life only have pure intentions. You're an energy sponge. So all these times you thought that, yes, you always need to recharge and stuff as well, but like all these times where you were younger, I'm hearing, and you were like, man, I just don't get along with people. Why am I different? Blah, blah, blah. It's because you weren't at that frequency of them. And you're not meant for a mundane love. Okay? You're feeling stuck because you're not stuck. You're in traffic. And all you can simply do is allow the other cars, aka the energy, to move forward. And remember, just because you're in your car doesn't mean you're sitting there doing nothing. You can turn on a podcast. You can go ahead and listen to music. The example of keeping yourself preoccupied. Keeping yourself focusing on, okay, I can't move this right now, but I can move this. Very interesting. All right, number 2. Lucas, are you making the right choice by moving to Florida to follow your dream? That's what's up. It's a lot of road work you're able to handle. Absolutely. Here's the thing. The work ethic, the person I see in front of me, there's somebody that putting this investment to comes back 10 times multiplied. You already are a busy person. You have a lot of priorities, but you know what you can handle and can't handle. And this new priority, this new weight on your plate, I'm telling you, you followed a call deeply, because they're telling me that everybody around you wanted you to brush this under the rug. Wanted you to play it safe. But you said, no, I ain't doing that. Absolutely, you're making the right choice to follow your dream to Florida. All right. Elena, you're wondering if James ghosted you. Okay. Well, Elena, you did do the energy exchange of a general reading, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and just give you a general love reading. Just in the future, I appreciate you deeply every cent, and no matter if somebody was giving a super chat here or not, I deeply appreciate all of you. But just for the respect of my energy exchange, in the future, if you can just refresh yourself by looking at the description of the live to seeing the breakdown of what is eligible for specific questions, okay? Just a one little moment refresher for you guys. Anything under $10, that's a general pool, okay? So if you're wanting a specific question, it's got to be $10 and up, or you see if Spirit organically picks you for the free one, okay? So I'm going to give you, Elena, a general love pool. Thank you deeply for being here. Right. So currently, the way this person feels about you is in very highlights. Okay, they see you as a supportive person. The romantic connection is something that's still thriving, but I hear this person feels right now a little pressure from you to make a decision in a certain amount of time. Even if you're in the mindset of I hear, you're like, no, I don't need us to go into commitment. I don't need like things to accelerate fast, but I want some more movement. You're not incorrect about that, but it may be a presentation. We're not supposed to change who we are, but it is about remembering what part of the race you're at. If we use all our force right in the beginning of the race, you're going to have no energy to continue to go forward. You're going to use it all in the beginning, and then you're going to have to give up. Allow yourself to, not in the form of pulling back your emotions from like resentment, but watch and think a little bit more before saying that next very passionate phrase. Okay, because their energy feels like it's like, man, everything's going good, we're vibing, I definitely like them. I feel like the pace is starting to go to like a more casual, and then I'm hearing you say something that's like, whoa, okay, I don't know if this person's love bombing me. I don't know if this is just a moment for them. With time, more attention and effort on both of your ends, there will be a complete time where you can say all of everything you truly feel, the deepest forms of your romantic, hopeless heart. But it's too soon right now. Continue forward. Don't take the fact that they want friendship right now as being friend zoned, okay? All right. Tatiana, general pool. I got you. General pool. Wow, you're doing great right now with career. I'm hearing that if you lost your spunk for a while, there's something that's kicking back in. You found that spunk, you know? So Spirit always gives me examples in my head on how to talk to you guys. And a lot of times it can be movies, it can be scenes, it can be songs. And that's how I know how to talk to you guys. I want to tell you, I feel called to tell you the vision I'm receiving right now about how you got your spunk back. So you know how Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, and the second one where, you may not know, but in Tobey Maguire's second Spider-Man, he loses his powers. He loses his ability to climb walls, to web swing, and it's because he like literally lost the faith in himself. He didn't know why, what was going on, but he lost the essence of himself in being the superhero. The reason for why he was doing it was not it was not true to his soul anymore. He had to find that again. I feel we all go through a form of that in our life. That tower of you got to where the highest you've ever been, and then you're like, damn, what? It's not the whole what now, but it's like, how do I maintain this? How do I find that spunk after all this time? And sometimes we have to lose to gain again. Spider-Man had to lose his actual powers to find the internal faith and strength in who he is again. Spirit may have pulled away finances. Spirit may have pulled away opportunities for you, and you were like, I feel like I'm being punished, and you weren't. You were reclaiming your superpowers. Okay? So right now, continue to thrive. Continue to be yourself. You're in that stage where you get to go into your next story. All right, Jennifer, your first question. You want to know where your career is going. Where is your career going? Don't give up. You're right there. All right, so you are... It's a form of promotion. Obviously, I don't know what you do as a career, but this is the way that they're wording it for me, okay? You already have a promotion. You're like, okay, maybe he's reading into something that's already happened, but like this promotion you got was like at like the beginning of the year. You're like, so there's no way I'm up for another promotion right now. That's too soon. It is a job that's being made specifically for somebody with your skill set. It is a job that nobody really knows about right now, okay? But like what I'm hearing is they need an expert. They need somebody, not only an expert in what this field is, they know, they trust, has built themselves up in this company. You're going to be getting a promotion, but it's not to a higher status. It's to like a very prestigious position where you do receive a pay raise from it. It's going to be hard. You're going to have, like, what I'm hearing is not really anybody to, you'll have your bosses to bounce ideas and things off, but you're getting a lot of creative control with whatever this is. Like, you're going to be one writing the books for whatever this new position in this company, this field, etc. is. So you keep right doing what you're doing. And remember, with great power comes great responsibility. You're about to have a lot of freedom to... And I see it in a really good way for you. I'm going to say one more thing and I'm going to go on to somebody else. You're the exact person that's supposed to have power, my friend, because you're the one that uses it for the right reasons. That's what they want me to say to you, to lock that in. All right, question 2 for you, Jennifer. You're a Virgo, and you wanted to know, am I going to have a relationship with 𝗧𝗧𝗦𝗗𝗧, who I've spent some years talking to, like 5 years. Okay. Have you met in person? Not yet. They've made plans, and it didn't come from a place of like backing out. Okay, give me a second. All right, so you've made plans before. One of you had to back out, but it wasn't from like being scared. It was actually like divine intervention, like something happened to where you guys you couldn't see each other. But ever since then, it's been hard to actually try to make another time. Okay, you are going to be having a relationship. There is something karmic that they need to settle right now in their life, though. You're going to need to take it more day by day. I understand it's been 5 years. But you're receiving downloads in 2025 about this connection specifically. This could be somebody where the beginning point of 5 years, it started out as friendship, and you were very cool with like the back and forth. But as this 2025 year within itself has progressed, you're like, no, I don't want that. I don't want casual with it anymore. You're going to have more formulate in December. You need to make sure you see each other before December. No matter how far you are, Spirit's telling me you guys can make it happen with your dynamic. So be very aware that this is a domino effect connection. This is one of those loves that is not only purposeful for your existence, for their existence, but for the domino effect of other people's happinesses. We're all connected like Wi-Fi signals. So when you understand and remember, if I want others to be happy and truly live their highest timeline, I have to lead by example and do what's good for me and live my highest timeline. All right. Number 6, free spirit. Let's get you that general pull. We get that general pull. Yeah, you're absolutely going to be able to get this invested. You're going to be receiving a lump sum of money that you are not even aware that you're owed. 5 days, 0. Okay, like in 5 days, you're going to receive some form of money that you weren't even expecting, and you're going to actually have the ability to invest into this. Very cool. 5 days. All right, number 7, Chantel. What's up, homie? All right. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. Okay, that's where the mix-up happened. Well, Free Spirit and Chantel, you both are in the same energy. I'm going to branch back off on Spree. So first, I said Free Spirit. I was giving you your general pull. But then as I went into it, I saw Chantel's message. Okay, it does not take away from yours, Free Spirit. I'm going to do an exact pull for you. But I know for a fact that you're in Chantel's energy. You're also going to be receiving a lump sum of money in 5 days. It's for a totally different reason, though, but you're part of the same collective. A lot of you here are going to receive, a lot of here are people who are going to receive a lump sum of money in 5 days. Put it in your calendar. If you got your phone, your computer, piece of paper, put it on. A lot of you who are resonating with Chantel and Free Spirit's message, you're going to receive a lump sum of money within 5 days from this exact second. Okay? So for Chantel, we know what it's for you. For Free Spirit, Free Wolf, let's go ahead and ask for you. What is this lump sum of money? It's promoting you being able to go on a vacation or an event, something that you thought you weren't going to have the money to do. I'm even seeing like possibly somebody working with you, like an affordable plan. Okay, your general reading is, even though right now it's not yet time to see a different part of the world, you're moving in that direction. You're being called to either a vacation, even this could be something about like being sent out for work, like to receive some form of training. There is an option for a dream you thought for a long time you were going to have to dismiss being affordable for you now. Okay? 5 days. There's going to be a breakthrough. All right. Alvin. Let's get you that general love pull. What we got going on in Alvin's life right now? So, what I'm hearing is the first round has started again. And it's not a way of friendship. She's locked. She wants this. She's scared, but aware of why she's scared. And she's aware of the changes. You still have 2 love interests, don't you? But you're more and more assured now of another. Wow. You didn't expect this to happen, did you? You didn't expect to have a choice. I'm being told you already know what the choice is. You already know it's not a choice. Wow. So there's 2 beautiful people in your life. One is more situational, and the other is something of a divine resilience. You needed to also be able to experience some other individuals to release any cloudiness you had about your own trust in this divine connection. Okay, dude, you're part of that October-December collective where more is formulating with her as that time comes around. You've started the whole new book together. You have not, like, when I say this, I don't mean it in a way like you fucked something up, but like you've corrected a timeline. You've fixed a frequency. And it's been your actions. It's been doing that balance of I'm a man, I know what the fuck I want, and I'm not gonna cookie cutter around it. But I'm also gonna make sure the way I present it is feminine strength and not being assertive, and just because I'm so assured, remembering how that can come off to another. I mean, it's a lot of self-control, it's a lot of patience. You're doing great. Keep it up. Keep it up. All right, see, Justine. You've been kicking it with Paul for a little bit. What do I see for you guys? All right, my Aries friend. You've been kicking it with Paul. Okay, so there's no pressure between you two to make a decision. Healthy and dynamic. Spirit says this is great that you're just enjoying your time together. Like, nobody's perfect. We all have the ability to fix or upgrade our timelines. It takes that day waking up and making a conscious effort and accepting what you did yesterday that you have to change today. And it's set in stone. It's realized. You know, Raul's a good person. I just think that there was a time in his life where he probably was a big partier, wasn't very self-secure, so could have kind of projected out to others insecurities, but like they've learned. And there's something about your energy that makes that dominating side of them just kind of like calm down in a way. So Spirit's saying don't put pressure on this, but this is great. I mean, you guys definitely got a purpose in each other's life. There's much more of a connection here than meets the eyes at this moment. This is a connection that just organically is going to continue to form. All right, number 10, Mickey. Melissa. Oh, no. Mickey, I mean. Oh, there we go. You're wanting some spiritual guidance. I got you, Mickey. Wait a second. Nikki. Is that Nikki or Mickey? Okay, Mickey and then Roxanne. Got you. All right, Mickey, spiritual guidance for you. All right, currently you're like, I want a fresh start with somebody. You're wondering if you have the ability to invest into this. Somebody, is this work? Okay, what I'm hearing is recently you could have lost a job, but you've yet to receive a new one, and you're kind of like, should I go back? Should I go back to a no to any old career you have is what they're wanting me to say. You are about 2 days away from receiving a new offer for a job, even if that's just a interview. Okay? Something about working with animals too, specifically with you. You've settled for jobs in the past that drained you. But you're somebody that needs to work with life, with positivity, with I don't know, something about animals with you. The way, the comfort that they bring, the pressure is worth it. They're healing forces. You just know you're meant to be in a more physically demanding job because of the way your mind works. You can't have too much time to just sit around and twiddle your thumbs. Wow. I think you've done a complete change of career. Spirit says do not go back to jobs or scenarios where you felt like you were seen as just another pawn, another employee. They're very proud of you of the time what you've done during this time of home responsibilities as well. There's a lot you've been able to get in store. But going forward, you are about to receive a new offer for a job. It feels like it's going to be with something with animals or life. This could even be like with the life I'm seeing, and this could resonate for somebody else more. It could be even something to do with like nursery, like plants, etc. But don't go back to an old career. You are right at that finish line. Just keep doing what you got to do. All right. Roxanne, your first one. That's where it was. Roxanne, your first question we're going to do right now, and then I'll do your second question, okay? Roxanne, soul tie connection. That's growing. Is he ready for more after your last conversation? Or is he going to make a move? So, is he ready for more after your last conversation? Past, present, future spread. What was going on before the conversation? Well, since before the conversation, he knew that you're endgame. You're something that he's going to proceed forward with. He may be playing it calm, cool, and collected, but that's just because he doesn't want you to understand actually how much he daydreams and thinks about you. It's from a place of self-protection. But even before the conversation, he knew he wanted more. He didn't know when the light was going to turn on for it. After the conversation, go with me here. Everything happens the way it's supposed to. We have to put pressure on some reasons. There's a little bit of hesitancy on... I'm trying to find the right way to word it. You were guided to have this conversation. You were guided to say these words that brought pressure from a place of passion. Because these types of connections, it's not meant to like be super easy and you don't step on each other's toes. You guys become uncomfortable for further growth. They're roller coaster buddies. What I'm hearing is he still wants more, but if you feel a little bit pullback right now or the next day or two, etc. from him, it's because there are so many words he's afraid of saying or hearing you say because other people have said it to him before and it didn't mean anything. The word promise, the word always, the word I'll always be here, I'll never leave you. He's heard that countless from others. So even though you mean it with every fiber in your being, it's only time that he can see you actually stay this person. So you didn't mess anything up. But be aware that right now, if there's just a little bit of a hesitant pullback, that's why. It's not everything's over. I see that there's going to be no mysterious energy between you two in the future. You're going to know straight up what's up. You're going to have comfort. You're going to have love. Okay? And you're going to be able to actually handle other mysterious situations together, like just lessons of life. You're absolutely still on the path. After your last conversation, he needs some time to just think about it, but move forward. You're good. This is great. Okay? So now let's go into your second question. General life path. You were just wanting a general life path with this one. I got you. General life path. Past, present, future, spill. Past, present, future, spill. Spilling the beans. Spilling the beans. Not in a bad way. Promoter. The bob and the weed of the harm. You've made a lot of good left path, right path decisions. There's no need to defend your ground. Somebody's standing up for you in work very soon. This could even be like you. Yeah, it's definitely general. Okay. There's something at work where you've been like a fly on the wall, and you've heard things that, okay, I see it. You're defending somebody. You're a fly on the wall, and you've been seeing certain things that you're like, I don't agree with this, and I need to go ahead and bring to surface the things that I'm seeing. A lot of times people don't want to cause problems, and this could even be you've put under the rug the way somebody's treated you at work. And you've wanted overall peace, and this person's been able to continue to engage in this very inappropriate behavior with you and other coworkers. And it just seems like a lot of good people that don't want to speak up to not cause problems. But this is not like telling on somebody. This is very serious. The way that you are being treated by this coworker and others. Okay, you are right, though. If you from the very beginning would have just complained or said what you thought, it would have been too soon. People wouldn't have taken it seriously. Now it's different. You're going to be receiving in the next 8 days a sign from work that it's time to talk to a superior about something that's been going on. And I see that you're going to have your back completely covered. And this person, depending on how they choose to go about it, they're going to have a choice on either if they continue to get to stay with this group of people or find their way out. But I do see all of the high vibrational people involved will try to make resolution. And all you have to do is not stand your ground to any specific person. It is your own parasite that wants you to say that this is wrong. You were taught to just suppress your whole life. And actually doing this is choosing your inner teenager is what they want me to tell you. Because it reminds you of something when you were younger. When you let people walk all over you, say certain things in the high school years or etc. Very interesting. And you're gonna be speaking up for a lot of people who feel the same exact way, but you're the one that's been bestowed a different form of strength for it. Remember, just do it, which you already I know would, but let's just refresh you. Just make sure you do it in a professional way. You pull whoever the superior is to the side and have that conversation there. All right. So this is last call for super chatters for this live stream, okay? If you're wanting your question absolutely 1000% guaranteed tonight, you got like 1 minute to do that. All right. So we're going to restart the numbers as well, of course. See, did we do Sharon? Chantel. Did Sharon just pop out out of nowhere, or did it actually pull down? Chantel, Sharon. Sometimes it does this. It's so weird. I will like see a super chat be put up on an area I've already scrolled past countless amounts of times. Sharon Rice, you're now popped up. So I'm going to add you to that second group, okay? Yeah, because I didn't even see your name at all. All right, Sharon Rice, you're number 1. All right. Perfect. All right. And then next after Roxanne was Chanel. Yes. Number 2 is Chanel. Number 3 is Misty. Number 4 is Melissa. Let's see. All right. Chanel Payne, I see you did 2 times. So I do, because of the energy exchange you sent between the 2, that is going to still be only considered 1 question, okay? So I will make sure to make that yes/no question answered for you, but it is only considered 1, okay? I appreciate you being here. Number 5 is going to be Alvin. Got you, homie. Number 6, thank you for joining the membership team. Free Spirit Wolf, I'll get you that Law of Attraction pull as a thank you and a welcome into the membership team. Star, you are number 7. Lucas, I got you. I see you did 2 as well. That will be under the category, though, of just 1 yes/no question for the energy exchange. I got you. Or didn't you already ask that question, Lucas? Let me make sure. Should I return driving a semi to fund my move to Florida? Okay, I see. You're asking a different question about Florida. I got you. All right. Number 9. Lastly, but definitely not leastly, is Vickers. All right, guys. Anybody that super chats after this point is promised to be the first answered on my next YouTube live stream, okay? What we're going to do now, it's 10:10. I will do 10 minutes of free people, okay? We're going to do 10 more minutes of free people. And we'll get into this last group of super chatters, and then we will go from there. All right, so free readings are resuming right now. Please make sure you put a yes/no question, your name, and your zodiac sign. Thank you, thank you. All right. Passionate Patricia, you're a Sagittarius. What is the timeline for your blissful love relationship? What's a timeline? Okay, timeline. Let's go ahead and make it a little bit shorter for you, okay? What is Spirit showing me for the rest of 2025 regarding your love life? What is Spirit showing me for the rest of 2025? What is going on in your love life? Okay, remember I'm always here for you. I did feel some form of tension as soon as I entered your energy. This doesn't mean something bad. There is a person that you are holding very deeply onto that is not a divine. They are a purposeful individual. And I'm hearing you're receiving divine protection from who this is. There's a person that could have ghosted you or fell off out of nowhere. And all of you is wanting to chase or have like this unconditional faith that this person's going to come back. There's a difference between Spirit showing you, yo, unconditional faith, this is a person that's going through trials, tribulations. You have something more together though, versus Spirit showing the signs of block. No, we cut this off for a reason. It's hard to tell the difference when you're going through the process of learning how to trust yourself, trust your discernment. Spirit wants you to know what this person's purpose in your life is to make you feel when it's a no. When it is tension, when it is siren energy versus mermaid energy. What I mean by that is, and this doesn't matter if you're masculine or feminine, this is an energy, okay? Sirens are mythical creatures that are basically like mermaids. They have the same beauty, they have a beautiful sound to their voice, and they would pull in sailors to their death to take their life force and everything they have. Mermaids are these beautiful life forces that just exist and want beauty and want peace and want love for every living force. A siren's very good at pretending to be a mermaid, or else they wouldn't be able to even do it to begin with. The person that right now your mind is still getting over or wrapping around what that connection was a siren energy. You have a true divine that's coming in this year, okay? They want you to be open to love and expect it in the least expected areas. And who your divine is differs very much from your normal type, is what they're wanting me to tell you. Levi, you're a Virgo. Will he decide he wants to move past a friendship into an actual relationship? Fostering that mindfulness and celebration. There's more between you two. Okay. This person right now is learning how to trust themselves, though. They want to believe with every fiber in their being that you are authentic, that you are real. But they've had so many people that have been that siren energy we were talking about in the past. My friend, you are a mermaid. You are a mermaid, and your masculine has dealt with many sirens. Don't stop being a mermaid just because there have been other sirens. And what I mean by that is don't stop your love, don't stop your unconditional care just because others tainted before you. Now, you don't need to chase, you need to attract, but be confident within your divine feminine strength. This is something that's going to come together more this year. All right. Deb, you're a Pisces. And you would like to know, will you be reconciling soon in the next 2 months? Will you be reconciling soon in the next 2 months? Being able to, yeah, protect it before. I'm getting a timeline. Before 2 more months. Before 2 more months. Before August. Before August. Yes, you guys are going to be seeing each other before August, actually. Because that's 2 months from now, right? Because we just entered July. Yeah. Towards the middle to end of this month, I see that this is going to be something where you have reconciliation. The angels are guiding this connection. There was a divine intervention. One of you wanted to see each other sooner, maybe both of you, but it just wasn't time yet. Remember, there we go. Honored to help you, Nancy. The North Node Metaphysical. You're Aquarius, and you want to know, does Randy really love you? Does Randy really love you? Yeah, but he has not been... So this is not an excuse, it's an understanding. He does, but he has not been taught how to be a very affectionate masculine. He wants to invest into you. The way he thinks about you is not from a state of, like, complacency. Like, he really likes you. But he does need to... There's some communication skills that need to be worked on. One of your love languages is word of affirmation, is what I'm hearing. And yeah, you know, this person is worth the roller coaster bumps. This isn't coming from a place of vindictiveness or like malevolent. This isn't somebody that's trying to make you chase them. This is being in his head, to be quite frank. And I don't mean this in a way of like dumb or stupid at all. But go with me here. It's like nothing. Like, this dude's just focused on whatever he has to do for his job. And then, like, he goes home and, like, shuts down. And that's unfortunate. He's a very smart person. He's a very caring person. Okay? Don't dismiss... I'm trying to find the right way to put it. Don't dismiss his confusion. I have to find the right way to put it. Don't confuse his... Don't confuse his confusion. Let me get another card. This is what, in his head, it's like as soon as there's big words, as soon as there's so much going on, he's like, I don't know what to do right now. Recovery. No pressure. He's better. Some people, okay, I get it now. You have to know your partner. You have to know what's the best way to talk to them. Some people, scheduling a time to sit down. Hey, I want to talk about this. Let's find a time where it works for both of our schedules is a great thing. For some people, it's pressure. He has executive dysfunction. Okay? Executive dysfunction is something that basically it's paired with a lot of like ADHD people and more, where basically as soon as they know that they need to do something or they're told to do something, they don't want to do it anymore. And it's not from a place of like, it's not a pettiness thing. It's like literally like a chemical imbalance. They want to do something, but as soon as it becomes something they're told they have to do, it's like there's an avoidant. It's more organic. It's more in the moment. You may be a person that's more of a planner, but what I'm hearing is soon you're going to have like a nice little outing. Like it's going to be like, I do see grills. 4th of July is coming up in like 2 days. It could be right around this time frame that you're going to be having just like a good casual day. And once it gets towards the nighttime, being able to really talk about something in the moment, about how you feel for me. And I do hear this person could be, the man could be a little tipsy when he's talking, not drunk or anything like that, but tipsy, and that making him kind of more open to that lovey-dovey side of him. Now, most of you guys know here how I feel about alcohol. It's okay to drink it in moderation, and we all have our own choices. I'm not here to tell you how to live your life, but I just also have to amplify remembering that it's a balance. If you're the type of person that can drink alcohol and have a couple of drinks in your system and you're good, you're calm, collected, or you can get up the next day, it doesn't become a problem, awesome. But if you know yourself and you know you can't stop at 1 drink, you can't stop at 2, you can't even stop at 3, then you got to look at things differently about yourself. I see a man who definitely, one of the ways, he seems like a very like blue-collared dude. I mean, the way after work and etc. that he relaxes is a couple of beers. And I don't really see a problem with him. I don't. So when there's this tipsiness within him, he's just authentically going to be able to talk about something more than normal. Now, we can't only have these types of conversations in these settings. This opens up a door to where, remember, one of your love languages is being able to have sanctioned or destined scheduled times for dates, for importance, being put as a priority. He doesn't realize how much you don't feel like a priority to him. This is something that's going to continue forward. You just got some communication barriers to break down together, understanding your yin yang and that nobody's perfect. But you should go forward with this. All right. Now let's go and see if anybody added themselves to the super chatter list. Okay. Let's see. All right. So it looks like Divinity, you added yourself. Alrighty. So you're going to be the first I answer on the next live stream. I made the cutoff a little bit ago. So Divinity, I'm going to make sure that I put you down as number 1 for our next live stream. And I see... Oh, you added to the super chat? Got you. Perfect. All right, let me write down your question. You've been filling down. You just want guidance out of that energy. Guidance to get out of that energy. To get out of energy. All right, perfect. And then I saw number 2 as well. Junebug, thank you for resubscribing thank you for renewing your membership. Junebug 711. Honored to help you. We'll give you that law of attraction pull for redoing your membership on the next live stream as well. All right, perfect. You guys still have time to put yourself in to be in the super chatters for next live stream. We're now going to dive into the 9 people who are guaranteed for this live stream. Go ahead and listen out for your name if you super chatted. Okay. Number 1, Sharon Rice. Number 2, Chanel. Number 3, Misty. Number 4, Melissa. Number 5, Alvin. Number 6 was a member. Who was the one that changed? I just put member down. Oh, Free Wolf. That was who you are. Number 6 is Free Wolf. Number 7 is Star. Number 8 is Lucas. And lastly, but definitely not leastly, is number 9, Vickers. All right? All right. And you can scroll back up to Sharon. There we go, perfect. All right. Sharon, you're Aquarius. He's a Gemini, and you want to know what's going on in the connection? Okay. I'm going to give you a general love pull. I'm going to give you a general love pull just because of the energy exchange amount that you gave was that. Okay? I appreciate you deeply for being here. This Gemini, what is your general energy between you two? What is Spirit wanting you to know right now the most regarding this connection? Okay, so you're very much in the beginning phases. I'm hearing some words could have been said. Yeah, like my throat chakra is fucking closing up as soon as I turn into who this Gemini is. One of you said some words that it was like, damn, that was too soon. Damn, that was too soon. Things were going good. Why did you say that? But it looks like there's something that's being seen differently now. And maybe it's from the Aquarius. I mean, Aquarius is, you put you guys in a corner, it takes a lot. It takes a lot for you to feel comfortable enough ever to get back out of there. It's how you guys are. Maybe there's a Gemini you're looking at a bit differently now. Or you're wondering if you tell this Gemini how you feel, if there's going to be another side of them that then comes out. Spirit wants you to know that you don't know unless you try. Somebody put themselves on the line for you before that doesn't feel comfortable to do it again. So if you moved away from this Gemini, the only way it's going to move back is by you reaching out. Or if you're in communication, but it's like that, the only way it's going to excel is if you talk about the elephant in the room. All right. Chanel, you are number 2. All right, so you're wanting to know if a new job opportunity is coming your way. What we got for Chanel? Is there a new job opportunity coming your way? You're going to have to speak up about it. There's a new job. Okay, here's the thing. You got to go in person. There's a humongous difference with certain types of jobs that you go in person, you put a face to your name, and they hear your voice. That is a totally different energy connection than going on, like on online applications, looking through people. What you're meant to do, you have to accept that there needs to be, go with me here. I'm not saying you're not doing enough at all. So go with me. You need, it's time to advance more of what you're doing. Just because in the past, applying online or etc. is what worked, or that you had networking, like you had a friend or a coworker that could help, a friend or etc. that could help you get a job. Right now, that is not how this next career opportunity, the one that's really meant for you, is going to find that's way to you. You have to put yourself actively there. You have already set your mind to something, and this is a place you really would enjoy working. It's not just for money, okay? What I'm hearing is, in about 2 weeks, if you now go ahead, go in person to wherever this career is, this store, this job, etc. You put a face to your name, you hear the voice of each other. You give that impression. You're going to get called back for an interview. They need you to be assured it won't be right away. So don't get discouraged. It won't be in the first week. What I'm hearing is there's going to be like 2 different options. There's going to be like a part-time and a full-time. You're like, well, from I'm hearing the energy you're in, you're like, I'll accept anything. I'll accept what I would maybe rather full-time, but if part-time's there, okay. And there's a big change happening in leadership wherever this is right now. And you're going to be aligning at a time where it's like, it's perfect, because even though you're new, there's also a whole new dynamic that you're formulating with. And there's kind of just like there's a very good familial bond within this crew of people. You allow yourself to go out, let them see you in person, and in about 2 weeks' time, you will receive a job offer. Very interesting. All right. Number 3. Melissa. You met Nick on Threads a few months ago, and you're currently friends. You live in different states, but you're wondering what's in store for your timeline, like the next 2 months. Yeah, I can do 2 months for you. What's in store for the next 2 months with this connection? There was nothing to avoid from the very beginning. It's been very honest. It's been very truthful. You guys are just in a time right now of learning and getting to know each other. This is good though. This is very productive. There's no mysteriousness. I mean, you guys are going to continue to thrive. What I'm hearing, they want me to say to you, there's only so much that can happen until you meet in person. But like the stuff that's going to happen online and like online or like online, like the phone, etc., is phenomenal. It's actually a divine intervention in this lifetime that you guys aren't right next to each other. Because I'm hearing if you were right next to each other, it would have gone too fast. And what you guys have to do here is a big mission. This is one of those domino effect connections. If you've ever heard me talk about that, we have certain connections in this world where it's like these two people are destined to align. They're destined to meet. And by their happiness formulating, there's a domino effect for other soul tie connections, potential divine counterparts to meet, to align. So this is not just better, the betterment for you, the betterment for their timeline. This is betterment for everybody's timeline. They want you to know in the next 2 months, depending on how far are they from each other. Let me know how far you are from each other. How far are they from each other? Not too far, but just because doesn't mean we make it too soon. They don't want it to last all the way to the 2 months where you don't see each other. Be punctual. I'm feeling the next couple of weeks, dude. Like 2 or 3 weeks. I feel like you guys are going to see each other in like 2 or 3 weeks. It may be like, what the fuck? But not for real. Like there's just this, it's time. There's this time energy because you're going to develop only as much as you can before meeting in person. And you're going to be able to move. If you're waiting for certain, like a time frame, a chunk of time where you guys can do this form of travel, one of you to the other, I just see Spirit making it align in the next 2-3 weeks. Even to want me to say even one thing, if money is anything for some reason, you're also like, man, like I want to, but I can't either take the time off for work or I need to wait for some like money to come in before I can do that type of investment. I hear that coming in before too. Before July is over. So about the next 2 to 3 weeks, dude. Okay, Misty. Reset this. Misty, it's your turn. You're a Libra. All right. Also, my incense is almost out. Let me go ahead and do another one before. Remember, guys, when you are reading for people, yourself, no matter if you trust the individuals, which you should always only be reading people you trust for, but just as the example, no matter if you trust the person with all of every fiber in your being, or there's somebody new in your life that you're like, yeah, you're cool enough to get a reading from me, you always need a light source. You always need a fire source. It's not to protect you from them or protect them from you. It's to protect each other from any forces that are not supposed to be in your reading. Because you're opening up an energetic field right now. And what the reader always does is create the safe space for both the reader and the person receiving it. So you're always, for me, for instance, you're always going to see me have two. You're always going to see me have a candle and an incense. Reason for it, double power, but also plenty of times I'm so into my readings, I don't notice that the incense gives out. So I know a candle's not going to give out no matter what. I can always be assured that this light source is on. But this does that extra amplification. So remember, guys, no matter if you're reading for yourself, for a new person in your life, your best friend, your divine counterpart, anybody, you need a light source. You need a fire source. And also, these are too long for my incense holder, so I have to rip them. Okay. There you go. Spin it a little bit. And if up to this point you haven't done that, don't be like, do I have things attached to me? Okay? You're just, if you've ever had a read-in and you feel really fucking like extremely tired after and you're like, I don't know, this is kind of weird energy. Probably lighting that light source before your reading would have not made that disturbance. You can know it for going forward. There's nothing attached to you now. Release any fear. If you're somebody that's like, oh my God, I've been doing reading for years without doing that. You're good. You know now. That's what matters. All right. Now, Misty, you've been waiting for your person for so long, and it seems like, will I find someone else who makes me feel seen? Will the past ever release me? Okay. So what's going on with this connection that you're not sure if it's keeping you? Actually, having faith in this connection, if it's keeping you from something that's really meant for you. You're right. Okay? This may hurt. But, and it's, you haven't wasted time, is what they're wanting me to tell you. Okay? Look, something they're wanting me to tell you is the person that is your divine is very similar to this individual that you've had this back and forth with. They could have the same zodiac signs. They could be into the same interests. They could even look very the same. When it comes down to eye color, hair color, skin color, everything. Always a false divine and the actual divine are actually very similar. Even names. See it all the time. It's like part of the process. You have yet to meet your divine. But understand, the false divine is so imperative in our journey. So there's so much work you wouldn't do if they didn't enter in. And the false divine and etc. is very different than like twins and etc. Okay? Just keep in your mind, the responsibility goes both ways in keeping a connection going. You are not supposed to chase a person. We do have balancing moments with divines or etc. when we take more leaps of faith, remind, restore, but it's not a constant chase. And this person has made you constantly chase. They have been somebody that's made you go into the dark night of your soul. Okay? What Spirit's wanting me to tell you is it's time to come together with your actual divine is, but the only way is if you really let this person go. Give yourself the time and energy to heal from that, because up until this point, you may have gone back and forth from letting them go, but there's been this part of your heart that has always stayed open to them. And that last window is what needs to be closed. Let's see your heart as a house. Okay? There's been times you've unlocked the door and then gone back and locked the door. There's been times that you've gone and made sure the back door is locked or it isn't. Okay? Right now in your life, when it comes to this connection, you have all of the doors locked. You've decided on not keeping anything open, but there is a window that's cracked that you're forgetting about. That window that's cracked is that last little piece that's like, I will only be enough when he accepts me. He does not need to accept you to know that you're enough. You crack the code to it. You can go forward. You know where the window, which room it's in. Now you can close it. Another thing I'm being told to tell, something else I'm being told to tell all of you guys is if recently, in the past couple of days, things have been breaking around you, like anything, a cup, a door, like even like hinges, like something coming off, if it's something that shatters or just breaks, a TV, however this resonates, that is a sign of something of energy being broken and going forward. It's not a bad sign. A lot of people have been seeing things around their home or etc. even kind of like show up again, something that you thought was lost, but then it shows up right on your desk and you're like, no fucking way have I missed that for the past week or etc. It's not a coincidence that things are breaking that are no longer serving and things are returning that are meant to be here. Okay? That's what those signs mean. All right. Alvin. Should you meet up with Kay in Switzerland when you're there later this month? Should you meet up with her? It wouldn't be avoiding harm. There's no harm done. Yeah. Okay, you should meet up with them, but also, like, they're wanting you to take it, like, very, just don't have expectations. No matter what's going on with her or another person, at this moment, you don't have all your eggs in one basket. And no matter what happens between you two, you're really going to be assured on the next move to make. Seeing her in person, this isn't anything bad. I'm just trying to find a way to word what I'm seeing. What I see is the connection's going to come together and you're going to be like, man, this is really great, but something's missing. And it's not from a place of like, oh, like, you know, sometimes when people have stability, but they've been used to chaos their whole life, they can register stability as boredom. That it's not that type of feeling of something missing. Like, just, it's a feeling of literally like, I used to feel so much, but I've ascended from this. You've ascended from this. Seeing them in person is going to give you a lot of clarity on why you know who your divine is. And there may be a little moment right now where you have to find... Remember that example I gave about Spider-Man? That Tobey Maguire? The second one where he lost his powers because he stopped having believance in himself. And to regain those powers, he had to go through another journey, another ego death. You know, this whole... Everything that's going on right now in these past couple of months has been that ego death for you. But I'm hearing you're out of the ego death part. You see the silver lining. Okay, you should meet up with her. Don't have expectations on when it goes, but it just seems like, if anything, you're going to really have like a closure with her. Just let it go from there. All right. Number 6, that was Free Wolf, and you would like... You are getting the Law of Attraction pull for becoming a member. Thank you. What's your current law of attraction? All right, you're not afraid of pressure. You're putting it on. You're like, this is what it is, and I'm ready, and I'm about it. I also hear you're an adrenaline junkie, but you've learned how to make that a positive thing for you, not something that diminishes or takes away from your life. Spirit's very proud of you for all the moves you've made. Spirit's wanting you to know that the next moves, you don't need to double check yourself. Why do you want me to say it that way? Well, there's two things. Career and in love life, you have been receiving a lot of like what I call volcano moments. Okay? And something I learned in Bali actually has made me upgrade the way I even talk about the volcano example. For the ones of you here that haven't heard me say that, I'm going to refresh. So, in life, we have volcano moments. Basically, everything's been pushed down for so long, one after the other, something piling up till the littlest thing happens and you explode. And it's destruction, right? And everything comes out all at once, and a lot of times that means presentations over speaking words. Well, sometimes volcano moments are inevitable. They're needed. This is where my upgrade happened. I learned in Bali that the reason why the soil, the land, the life they can live in Bali is actually because of the volcano's eruption. And when it destroys the land, the nurture and nourishment and etc. that it puts into that island. If it wasn't for the moments of it exploding, destroying, there would be no life. Now I upgrade the way I talk about volcano moments about that. Sometimes the volcano moments, the only way change would happen is if they happen. If you allowing things to ball up all the way to a moment where it's like it's the breakthrough. It's like, you know, when you were in school and there was that quiet kid in class that was straight up quiet, but then like there was one day, even if it was one day out of the whole 4 years you were in high school with them, they were just like, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. We're supposed to be doing something here. And everybody goes, oh shit. And like backs up because they're like, that person never fucking says anything. You know this is serious. Sometimes that's the only way people listen. Okay? And Spirit wants you to be prepared that you may be coming up in a time where there's a volcano moment happening, but we can still find a balance of, hey, I know I'm about to go into a volcano moment, but I'm going to make sure my presentation doesn't overspeak my words. It does need to be abrupt. It does need to put the pressure on, but I don't have to be out of control for it. That's what's up. Law of Attraction's dope. All right. Number 7, Star. You wanted a general pull. All right. You got somebody surrounding you right now that wants to take it calm, cool, and steady. They really are attracted to you. But both of you have rushed too fast in relationships in the past. And there's also something about their energy. Is there like an age difference? It may not be that big, but something about maybe you're younger than them. And they're kind of like, I want to be sure this person actually knows what they want. You're not very... The thing is you're somebody that's growing up fast is also what I'm hearing. You're not... It's not like you're 20 years old either. You're somebody I feel has to be at least in your mid-20s. You've done walks of life. You're somebody that has always been told, oh, you're very mature for your age when you were a kid. And even though it's a compliment, it's also not. Because if you were very mature since you were a kid, that means that you kind of got robbed of a part of childhood. So, but what they're wanting me to remind you of that right now is like, there's always been a reason you've gotten along with older people. No matter if it was a couple of years, 10 years, 20 years, whatever. In friendships, and then when you got older, romantically, etc. And this person right now is just learning about really who you are. They can trust that you trust yourself. Just continue to let it thrive. And understand that if something's meant for you, you really can't get friend zoned. If it's a divine connection, no matter how long you were friends for, when the time is right, the time is right. All right. Lucas. All right. You're wanting to know, should you return driving a semi to fund your move to Florida? Balance that masculine and feminine. The resilience. Something tells me if you go back to semi-driving, you're not going to leave. You may go in right now with the intention of, oh, this is just to save up. But something tells me you go back in, you're going to stay. And it's not that it's a very fucking needed thing in this world. Deeply needed. But you're meant to do something else. The part of you that wants you to go back into the semi-driving is that it's like the scarcity. It's like, this is what I know what to do. This is playing it safe. Okay? If you decide to go back, you need to give yourself a straight up time frame. And you do not go a day over it. 2 to 3 months. 2 to 3 months of saving. I don't really know how it works to be a semi-driver. I don't know if you can sign up for shifts or something like that. Or even if there's just like side jobs that you can do. All they're telling me is tell him not to set himself up for something full time. 2 to 3 months at the max. Save that money, or even there may be another opportunity already waiting for you in Florida. There may be something that actually moves you out, pays for like a hotel or etc. Something like a housing to get training. Very interesting. But to answer your story specifically regarding the semi, if you're going to do it, not longer than 2 or 3 months, do not sign something that puts you into like a full-time contract and go from there. Because you will, knowing who you are, it just seems that you may try to play it safe after having that again as your flow for a while. You got this. Vickers, you're a Scorpio, and you'd like to know, what do you need to know for the next 6 months? Love and work are on your mind. So what should we let you know about the next 6 months of your life, Vickers? All right. So you've done a great start at the beginning of this year. You're surrounded by loving people. You've really went ahead and you've released a bunch of distractions and sirens in your life. Energy suckers, people who try to siphon energy from you. Okay? They want you to be very excited for... They're going to give you the next 6 months, but they also want me to say, like, allow yourself to be surprised. And love. In love, they want me to say, allow you to be surprised, or something that's formulating so much more. And it's going to be an even connection. It's going to be a balance, give and take. Career is skyrocketing for you as well. I don't know if the beginning of 2025 was kind of hard with money. Yeah, that's what it was, wasn't it? But you stayed resilient. You stayed in the purpose and saw that, okay, money comes and goes, but who I am stays. And I'm going to ride with it. And what I'm hearing now is whatever work you've put into 2025 is leading to generational wealth for you. Regarding career, next story is here. Love. You got good energy surrounding you. Your angels are promoting that there's a romantic connection that's going to continue to formulate into 2025. But let yourself have some fun. Let yourself see how the relationship develops. Because this masculine is going to be very romantic. Probably one of the most romantic individuals you've ever experienced in your life. All right. All right, let's see who else has put themselves on the super chatter list. Let's see. All right. Hey, Lucas, thank you for being a member. Let's go ahead and give you a Law of Attraction card pull for that. Thank you and a welcome. And number 4, 𝗓𝗏𝗪𝗓. 𝗓𝗏𝗪𝗓. 711. Okay, you have a specific question? Okay, so my friend, so the level of energy exchange you sent me is actually for a general reading. What I will do is make it a love general reading for you. And this is completely separate from that Law of Attraction card pull. Because you became a member, you're getting that Law of Attraction card pull. But then because you requested a question, you also are getting a separate general love reading. So I'm going to put general love reading here for this for you. Okay, perfect. And then Monique. All right, you are the ones that are promised to be the first answered on my next live stream, the YouTube live stream. I'm going to restate the numbers and names. Number 1, Divinity. Number 2, 𝗓𝗏𝗪𝗓. That's your Law of Attraction pull. Number 3, Lucas. Number 4, 𝗓𝗏𝗪𝗓. That's your general love pull. And then lastly but not leastly, number 5, Monique. All right. My next YouTube live is going to be on Monday. The rest of this week, I will be on TikTok live every single day. Okay. Alrighty. So, also, guys, the Oracle deck we used today was the Boxer's Oracle. This is mine. This is the first Oracle deck I ever created. One of many, many, many to come. If you're interested in purchasing it, I do have them in stock on my website. The reason I created this deck, it is more to be connected to masculine energy, but it is a balance of both. No matter if you're a masculine or a feminine, you can use this deck. But the intention more is like, you know, there's certain decks. It's really hard to find a deck that's meant for masculine energy. You know, there's so many, there are 4 divine feminine strength or 4 overall. But it's like really hard to find one that's made to connect with either men or a divine masculine energy. And that's what this mainly is used for, or at least what I intend when people buy it. You, once it's in your possession, you're the one that has the language with it. You decide, hey, no, this is a complete feminine deck for me. Awesome, dope. Just know that if you're looking for something to bring more balance into your collection, from if you have a lot of feminine decks and etc., I would recommend this one. It also does come with a handwritten thank you note from yours truly for supporting my small business. A velvet carrying pouch, a box holder as well, and some extra little tokens, runes, etc. that I throw in there from time to time. That's where we're going to go ahead and end this live for today. In about 45 minutes, I will be going on Twitch for my after stream. Over there, we play video games. I get to know you guys more. We ask each other questions. It's more vibing with Matt. While as here, you're getting a reading from UncleBronze. Twitch, you're vibing with Matt. But guess what? I also do give one free reading away every single after stream. If you didn't get your reading here today, you still got a chance. All you need to do is follow us over to Twitch at UncleBronze Official. Follow me there. And then when I get onto the live, you just comment the keyword of the chat and it instantly puts you in. Every single night before that live stream is over, the person's picked. So you know that night if you got the reading or not. The link to my Twitch is associated in my profile bio. If you just head right over there. Other than that, guys, thank you for being here. I will see you on one of the next live streams, on a collective reading, etc. I'm honored to be part of your life. You have a great rest of your night, morning, evening, and I'll see you whenever I see you. Let's get it.